I'm going to discuss in a moment just briefly what has occurred here today in terms of the plea agreement and how we've reached this point. Before I do, though, I'm going to acknowledge a few people. First of all, the outstanding work of our deputy prosecutors, Denise Robinson and Greg Spencer, who handled this case, as well as our intern, Jeremy Faisal, and in particular, the unbelievable work of Detective Sergeant Kerry Buckner and the other investigators of IMPD. Their work was outstanding, it was efficient, and has led to where we are today. How it came about that we have reached a plea in this case with the defendant Thomas Hardy is that in early February I was approached by counsel for Mr. Hardy and asked if we would consider a plea to a life without parole in this matter. And at that time my response to them was simple, and that is there would be only one circumstance under which we would consider accepting that sort of plea, and that is if the Moore family wanted finality and certainty to be able to have this matter behind them. That would be the only circumstance in which we would agree to do it, and even then we might not do so. We subsequently met with the Moore family on 2 occasions, and upon the second time that we met, Joe and Spencer, their daughter Carol, made it clear that if it was possible to reach a resolution that would have finality, and secondly ensure that Thomas Hardy would spend the rest of his life in prison, that would be their wishes. In any homicide case, we give significant consideration to the wishes and opinions of the victim's family. That is true in any single homicide case that we handle. And I assure you that given the intentional nature of this killing, that we did not ignore significant, very significant countervailing considerations. But ultimately, in making the decision to accept Hardy's plea, I believe the wishes of the Moore family trump all other considerations. With grace and dignity, Joe and Spencer have allowed us to grieve the loss of their son with them over this past year.